All right. Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my Lunch and Learn, where each and every week we explore topics to help you elevate your mindset, be at your best, and radically expand your life and business. And today we're talking about productivity, something that is highly important to many successful people. However, instead of just giving you a bunch of productivity tips, I'm going to show you why it's not going to get you to where you want to go. And I'm going to show you what will actually help make your dreams come true. Because I'm sure you've probably had a productive day, like a super productive day. But at the end of the day, you still feel like you didn't actually move forward. You didn't move the needle forward because the thing is, productivity does not equal success. Not about doing more, not about just being more efficient. It's about doing what moves that needle forward. So, if you've been chasing productivity, I want you to know that it is time to shift from checking off these tasks to aligning your actions with your vision. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So, if you feel like you've been in busy mode, if you feel like you've been working harder than ever, yet you still feel stuck, today is for you. So I would love, love, love to know where you're coming in from. If you're tuning in by replay, type in replay in the chat. If it is your first time here, type in first time in the chat. I truly appreciate your presence and I thank you sincerely for being here. So when it comes to productivity, this productivity is about the state or quality of producing something, especially things like crops or some kind of effective output. And this is something that began, this concept of productivity, it actually began back in the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries when factories wanted to maximize what they could get, the output that they could get from the workers, from the people. They wanted to minimize the input, so take as few people or as few as little effort and get as much as they could out of it. And there was an introduction of Frederick Taylor's scientific management back in the early 1900s that revolutionized labor by breaking tasks into measurable, optimized steps, which essentially set the foundation for this modern obsession with productivity. And productivity can work, right? By the mid 20th century, productivity shifted from factory floors and corporate offices with tools like assembly lines and time management strategies, later to really technology-driven efficiency models that shape how we work today, right? We've got, how many apps do we have on this phone? How many productivity tools do you have on your computer? Okay. But productivity today isn't just about output, it's actually about aligning effort with meaningful results rather than just doing more. And that's a simple thing to say and a little bit more challenging to do. So here's what happens. Like, working harder is not the answer because you're going to get into a productivity trap. I remember back in my previous career, I was a very good worker. I got more done than most people. And I could check off boxes, check off boxes. I could get 10 times more things done than most people. Yet there were many days at the end of the day, I felt unfulfilled. I had this temporary dopamine hit. I'd be like, yes, I got a box checked off. Yes, I got another thing done. Yes, I got this done. And why aren't they moving as fast? Why aren't they doing as much? However, it didn't lead me to the most productive results. And at the end of the day, it really didn't feel good. And it wasn't until I actually took the time to step back and do less and really take the time to think about what was important, what was really affecting the bottom line, that things changed. So often there are some common productivity myths like, if I just plan better, I'll get more done. Yes, planning is important. Success comes from working harder, right? Got to work hard to find my success. Or once I check off all the boxes, I'll feel accomplished. However, when you're in this definition of productivity and you don't have clarity, you stay busy but not necessarily feel successful and achieve what you need to achieve. It's kind of like being on a treadmill, putting out a ton of effort, but not getting anywhere. So, sure, you might get a good workout, but at the end of the day, you don't care. You might care a little bit, but it really isn't absolutely fulfilling. And only until you have a beautiful vision, this clarity as to where you're going, why it's important, what it's going to do for you, how it's going to make you feel, that you will have some sticking power, some staying power, and be able to direct the effort in a productive way. Part of that's going to be saying no to more things. Part of that is going to be putting less on your to-do list, but more important things on your to-do list. Okay, so the key, there's the shift I want you to make today is going from this productivity thinking into alignment thinking, because when you're in productivity zone, you're focusing on quantity and output and efficiency. But is it truly aligned? You've always got to run things through the filter. So I'm not saying don't do productivity, do it, but do it through the filter of alignment. Do everything you do through the filter of alignment. And you know what's going to happen is you're going to get unstuck and move forward with so much more ease. So there's three things I want you to think about as we continue this discussion. First, start with yourself, not your to-do list. Instead of asking, what do I need to get done? Think about the next best version of you. What does your future self, what would she do with the day you have today? What would she do? And start making your actions in alignment with that vision of her. So would she start her day with a messy desk? Simple thing. This is like the most basic thing. Would your future self start her day with a messy desk? If not, perhaps start your day with a tidy desk. Would your future self look at the plan she has for today? Would she have a plan that was already structured from the day before? Great. Would your future self just rush into work, or would she take some time to pause and really be intentional and think about what she's doing? Would your actions, right? Would your actions just be the minimum, or would you go above and beyond? Would you spend time on immediate and urgent tasks? Or would you block some time deliberately? Maybe turn your phone on airplane mode. Say, I'm not answering emails for this 2 or 3 hour segment of the day, and work on important tasks that will move you ahead. So often we don't think about what our future self would look like, sound like, behave like. And I'm saying this in a career context, but this could apply to any area of your life. This could apply to health. This could apply to your wealth. This could apply to your relationships. But what would your future self do with her day? Not just, oh crap, what do I have to do on this list and checklist today? Not just carrying it forward day by day by day. If you keep carrying your to-do list forward, you're either not motivated or maybe it's the wrong stuff. So really evaluate that and come at it from this most highest and best version of you. Now, the second thing I want you to think about is point number 2 is how you start your day dictates your results. Okay, so how you start your day dictates your results. Neville Goddard talks about this concept of first thought, last thought. And so often the seeds that you plant right before you go to bed dictate the kind of rest you have and what your unconscious mind processes all night long. In the morning, your first thoughts that you think about, they are like the seeds that are planted for the rest of your day. And so if you wake up and smack your snooze button and go, oh, I don't want to get up, what are you starting your day with? How you start your day will start dictating your results. That simple act of hitting the snooze button over and over and over again, you know what it's going to do is it's going to put you in the habit of procrastination. You're starting your day by putting things off. If you start your day by complaining, you're planting those seeds for the rest of your day. And this is why it's critical for the very first thoughts that you think and the very first actions you take, they actually set you up for success. And you should have some morning routine that can rewire your thinking and reinforce your vision. Now, a really simple morning success habit is starting your day with intention. Think about what what would I love to do today? What would I love my energy to be like today? What do I intend for this day? How do I intend to show up? Okay, so intention is truly powerful because those plant beautiful seeds. Visualization, thinking about and dreaming about the pictures of you with your goals achieved, of you having the most magnificent day, of you truly showing up as your highest and best self. So what are you picturing in your mind's eye? And I know there's some people in our community that are like, I don't see pictures. I don't see pictures. That's okay. If you don't see pictures, then what do you hear? What do you feel? Because those are just as important. Those are just as critical. And they work the same way. I'm saying visualization, but it's imagination. It's putting the creativity process to work. And then one high impact action, one high impact decision. And start your day with these three little things in your morning routine, and your day will get better. One of the things I do with my clients each and every day at 6:30 a.m., we have a morning call where we do start our day with intention. We start our day with gratitude. We don't just visualize, but we craft and we refine and we tweak the vision of our lives and our futures and of our days and of our goals, of our dreams. Where we do this very deliberately. We troubleshoot. We notice when things are going wrong, or we see things coming out from one side or the next. And so we don't have to face big, massive problems. Why? Because we've already anticipated things and set things up each and every day in alignment with our vision so that we can move forward with intention, with impact and conviction. And every single day we choose our deliberate actions so that we can move further, faster. And some of these actions seem counterintuitive, but when you bridge the head and the heart, everything is so powerful. Okay, so first, start with your future self, not your to-do list. So think about who you are, not just what you want to do. Second, start your day with intention. Have a morning routine that doesn't just go through the motions of life, that really deliberately rewires your thinking and reinforces your vision. Third, right? Third point, focus on growth, alignment, and energy, not just output. So you can be outcome driven, okay? Output or the outcome is where you're looking to go. When you're process focused, when you're focused on what are the things I'm doing in order to get there, and how am I moving forward along the way? Is this in alignment? Is my energy feeling appropriate for where I'm going? Or am I just going through the motions, running on that treadmill? Okay, more isn't better. When you're in a growth mindset, you're focused on learning along the way. You're focused on evaluating as you move along. You evaluate what's working, what's not working. You're not just going through the motions, going check, check, check. You're taking the next step and you're critically thinking, does this affect the bottom line? How did this work? What was good? What could be changed? How many more times should I try this to see if it really is working, and how I can fine tune the process? So really focusing on the growth, having that growth mindset, realizing you're going to fall along the way. But if you're moving in that direction, you're constantly aligning and realigning, you're going to get more of what matters done, and you're going to feel better about it. So I hope this is resonating with you. I hope this is landing with you in a different way. Yeah, productivity is good, but productivity without a vision, it's worthless. It's just going to make you tired, because ultimately success is not about working harder. Success is about working in alignment with yourself, with your life, and with your dreams. And truthfully, the most successful people, they don't do more, they actually do less. But what they do is they do what moves them forward fastest. So if you want to break free from the cycle of busy work, start your day with clarity, with belief, with aligned action, and take the steps along the way with heart and with beautiful intention. So if you are tired of pushing harder and not seeing these results that you truly want, and you want a different approach, I am actually holding a masterclass next week. It's all about rewiring your morning so you can reinvent your life and you can start your day with clarity, confidence, and momentum without burnout. So if that sounds appealing to you, it's gonna be jam-packed. It's gonna be an hour and a half, and we have several days and times to choose from. It's a 1.5-hour masterclass where you rewire your morning and reinvent your life, and you will walk away with a recipe to sustain your next level of success. So if that sounds of interest to you, then write rewire my morning in the chat, or even write that in the chat, and my team or I will get a link to you so you can get registered, because we absolutely want to be here to support you in your next level of success. Hour and a half, you will learn a ton. We'll talk about how to shift from forcing and pushing harder to working with effortless momentum. We're going to look at building unshakable confidence and locking in belief, never having self-doubt linger in your life. And most importantly, aligning your energy, your actions with a simple morning framework that I am going to reveal to you. So I would love, love, love to see you there. Thank you for joining me. Mention rewire your morning or rewire in the chat, and we will get you hooked up. It is absolutely free, so you have no reason not to be there if this is something that you feel like you need. Have yourselves a great day. I'll be back again next